Hello everybody, it's Non-Scene News here, and today we've got some breaking news and updates today. So the first news is coming from Iran, and more specifically Tehran and Moscow. So we've got news that Russian weapons have arrived in Iran. This comes as a Russian LL or II-76 transport plane that specializes in delivering military equipment and military arms landed from Moscow to Tehran today. So a lot of people are now saying that Russian weapons have arrived in Iran, and maybe hypersonic missiles, who knows? But this kind of goes hand to hand with the current statements that the Iranian sources are now claiming. So, Iranian sources are now claiming that hypersonic missiles are being transferred to the west of the country. And we've also got news coming from the Ministry of Defense of Iran. So, the Ministry of Defense of Iran urges citizens not to take pictures or videos of military equipment on the roads due to the sensitivity of the situation. So, Iran is deploying a huge amount of missiles, huge amount of equipment near the border of Iraq. So a lot of people are stating that Iran is going to strike Israel in probably tomorrow. That also goes co in hand with what the advisor of the Iranian Foreign Ministry stated. So he stated and calls on the Jews to leave the Holy Land before the missiles from Iran start falling on the Jewish state. So you can see here in your bottom left corner. So he's stating and warning Israelis to leave the Holy Land, meaning Israel, before missiles start coming down. So Iran is apparently preparing a missile strike in Israel. So this could happen probably tomorrow, expected tomorrow. So there's also been news that the US Navy has deployed a significant amount of forces and ships to the Middle East region. So this is due to the high tensions that is building up here. We've also got news coming from the US Department of Defense that it has not contacted Iran on the topic of preventing escalation in the Middle East, the Pentagon also stated. So the United States and Britain stated that they are sending additional refueling aircrafts to the Middle East to support their fighter jets, which will be deployed to intercept Iranian drones and missiles in the event of an attack on Israel. We've also got news that the Royal Dutch Airlines have suspended all flights to Israel until October 26th. We've also got news coming from the Polish airlines will cancel flights in certain parts in Israel. We've also got news the same coming from Croatia and Ethiopian airlines to cancel flights in certain parts of Israel, not all parts of Israel. The Indian and Italian airlines will cancel their flights to the all of Israel till the 6th of August. So France has also urged its citizens to leave or avoid traveling to Iran. So France has formally advised its citizens against traveling to Iran, and asks French citizens still in the country to leave as soon as possible due to the risk of military escalation in the region, stated the Foreign Ministry of France. Plus, we've also got news that Patriot systems were seen moving in Israel, to the north of Israel, near the Hezbollah border and the Syrian border. So Israel is also sending anti-air defenses due to the statements of Iran and due to a possible attack from Iran to Israel. We've also got news coming from the tactical nuclear weapon drills coming from Russia. So Russia has also released footage of MiG-31BM interceptors loaded with the nuclear warhead variant of the R-33 long-range AA missiles as part of its multi-day long-range tactical nuclear weapon drills. So you can see here in the bottom left corner. So these are live tactical nuclear weapons. This is not fake. It's not just an empty missile. So these are real tactical nuclear weapons, and they've also released more footage of their Iskander missiles. Russia is clearly sending a message to NATO that it will use these tactical nuclear weapons if provoked. So again, very interesting. We've also got news that Ukrainian strikes have happened in Russia. So we can see here in the bottom left corner. Ukrainian UAVs hit an airfield in Russia, so in the Rostov region. So if you can see here in this city here of Morozvas, I can't say that city's name, I'm sorry, but they hit this exact airfield. If you can see here in satellite images, we can clearly see Russian aviation jets here already. So Ukraine has actually hit this airfield, so it's still unknown if Ukraine actually hit anything, if they hit any jets or not. But if we can just see here from bird's eye preview that there is a lot of jets that Russia holds here with aviation. So who knows, Ukraine might have hit something. And we've also got other news coming from Ukrainian drone attacks. So we can see here in bottom left corner, there's been hopefully it was an accident that a Ukrainian UAV hit an apartment building. So I'll have to blur this, but a Ukrainian UAV hit a civilian apartment building. So let's see, Russia will respond harshly to this. So we've also got news coming from Ukraine. So the transfer of F-16 fighter jets for the Ukrainian Air Force from Arizona to Europe on board an AN 124-100 transport aircraft. These F-16s are being deployed to Europe, and from Europe they'll be transported into Ukraine. Russia actually did respond to these F-16s. So Russia stated that F-16s as part of carriers of long-range weapons, including nuclear weapons, pose a serious threat that must be taken seriously. So that's Russia's argument against that. We've also got an ad that's been released by the Russian Ministry of Defense. So the Russian Ministry of Defense have published a powerful video about fighters of different religions standing together and defending their motherland, stated the captions of this video. So if you want to give it a watch, here it is.
И же еси на небесех, да светится имя Твое, да приедет царствие Твое, да будет воля Твоя, как на небеси и на земле. Хлеб наш насущный дашь к нам днесь.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
Спаси, Господи, люди Твои, и благослови достижения Твои, победы православных христиан на сопротивление Твое. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So if you just saw that ad, this is a clear ad trying to bring different religious groups in Russia together in the Ukrainian conflict, because Russia does have a lot of multi-cultured, multi-religioned people in Russia. So one of the examples would be Chechnya and Dagestan is a majority Muslim population, while maybe north of Russia in like Moscow and St. Petersburg is more of a Christian Orthodox. So very interesting news coming from there. We've also got news that a Russian and Ukrainian body exchange was happened in the Sumy region. So Ukraine and Russia exchanged the bodies of the deceased 250 Ukrainians and 38 Russians deceased soldiers were exchanged. So Russia and Ukraine are exchanging bodies to be properly buried in their country. We've now got news coming from Lukashenko, the president of Belarus. We've got news that apparently he's in very poor health condition. So he actually stated, Lukashenko, the president of Belarus, stated that they have been trying to bury me for now 25 years now. I'm not going to go yet. I ask God for only one thing, for my health to continue to be like this. So there's rumors that Lukashenko might be experiencing very bad health at the minute. Who knows? Now we're going to go to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Keir Starmer. So Keir Starmer stated yesterday that The UK is now going to start doing facial recognition technology and stuff. So the UK has now announced that the UK is going to start facial recognition to target right-wing disorder. So very interesting. And the British government has warned Keir Starmer that this might actually provoke riots in major cities. The next news is coming from Bangladesh. So Bangladesh actually has announced that it will ban, well, it already has banned Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, and YouTube. Turkey has also banned or blocked Instagram. So a lot of countries in the world are now banning TikToks and social medias. So very interesting. Now we're going to go to Mongolia, where the Mongolian Prime Minister met with the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, who arrived in Mongolia for a one-day visit. So he was invited by the Mongolian Foreign Minister. So they discussed a lot. They discussed to develop cooperation in the field of space exploration and renewable energy and clean energy projects on frameworks in security partnerships, because Mongolia is bordering Russia and China, so the main powers of the world. So they're probably going to discuss some security partnership, but very interesting. Now we're going to go to Slovakia, where Slovakia has now just launched a police exercises on the Ukrainian border. So Slovakia has now just begun exercises aimed to combat illegal migration and smuggling on its border with Ukraine, the Interior Minister of Slovakia stated. So they're going to try and combat smugglers carrying cigarettes, drugs, and weapons into the country and reduce pressure on the Slovakian-Ukrainian border. So very interesting. We've also got news coming from Somaliland, that apparently there was a suicide bomber that happened in the capital of Somaliland that actually killed 32 people. So very tragic event that happened here. And again, I just stated more than 32 civilians died in this attack, and about 63 were wounded. The last news coming today is coming from North Korea. So Kim Jong-un stated that we will stand with our ally Iran and we will respond decisively to any threat to our ally. So this is a threat against Israel. And that's all the news I have for you today. I am Non-Scene News. I'll try and provide you news that medias around the world do not show you. I do these videos hopefully daily, so consider subscribing and liking. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.